Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where today I was debating what we might do. There's 3 different projects that I want to get done over the next couple of days. One, we need to go get more sand, and I have a bunch of shulker boxes to carry sand back here, so we can finish feathering the island over there, as well as begin the process of expanding Gilliam Island to go all the way around there and back to here. That's the next big objective. I know I was looking over here trying to figure out, like, now wait a minute, what's going to happen down here? Well, the island's probably just not going to extend in that direction, I don't think. We do need to extend the house out. So this part of the island's going to extend out, but probably not down there, unless we do create like a little grotto area where that's going to fall. But we need a lot of sand to do that, because most of the island will be built on sand, and you know, we've got to kind of feather it back up out of the mountain, or out of the earth, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be great, and we'll build Barn XL2. That's not true. That's not really happening. I'm really pleased with the current barn we've got. We're not building another one. Something else I want to do is down here, I want to get rid of that gigantic bloated mass in the middle of the axolotl hut so that they have more room to roam and it's not like in their way. I think we already kind of determined what we were going to do with that, how we're going to go about doing that. And then the last thing I want to do is I want to dig out some more spaces to have more animals that we can harvest for their flesh so that I can eat them, because we don't have enough animals in here to keep me fed, because I eat meat like a crazy person, right? Like if I have a shank. I always get it wrong. I always try to do a CH when I say it. It's SH, shank. When I have a single shank of food missing, I immediately eat a full gosh darn steak, and I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to change. That's just who I am as a person. I see no reason to change or revert or be anything less than true to myself. I guess we'll start. I don't know. We're going to start by going to get sand, because it's got to be done. It's got to be done. Also, you know what? We're getting rid of this sign. There we go. Not doing that anymore. So each one of these will carry half of a stack. And you know what I just realized? Is that if the chests are full, the hoppers are probably also full. So it's going to, continue hopping them in here as we attempt to remove them. Can you hop into... Have we asked this question before? Can you hop into a shulker box? Is that possible? Because if so, it might be better to replace these chests with shulkers that we can then just break and carry home with us. Now that they're not really like difficult to acquire in any sort of a way. Really, I guess what I'm asking for is literally just sort of any way that is better than this to collect all of this. Oh no, I didn't mean to grab you. That's a shulker box full of shulker shells. You weren't supposed to come along on this expedition at all. I also brought the loot box. We can fill it up too. There we go. That's enough for me. It's just occurred to me that I don't know what I'm going to do with all this sand once I get it home. Where exactly is it all going to go? Also, we should take some of this back with us. Not all of it. I don't want a full inventory. Shulker shells go back in there. Should have never taken those out to begin with. Sand, we're actually going to put all the way down in the basement, because that's where we're going to need access to it as we're out here kind of working on our project. There we go. All of our sand. I know what I'm doing next. Come here, Dory. You're not gonna be finding Nemo today. Sorry to say it. Come here, you and you. Give me a blue. Let's go. Look at them. They're doing a little saucy dance towards one another. Nah. Okay, well, that's sad. We said we were gonna put it back here because this is what makes sense, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. I didn't bring extra glass, and I don't think there's enough here, but I'm gonna collect it all and we'll see. We're gonna have more than enough glass as it happens. Get back out of there, you goofball. We gotta make this thing bigger, unfortunately, in order to fit it inside of here. So we are going to have to go get more glass, I think. Temporarily going to close that off so we can get rid of this water, because it's a pain to work with. Now we get to do the fun thing of trying to, like, fill this place up with water. I know that I could turn these into solid blocks using the gosh darn seaweed, if I need to, whatever it's called. But I'm kind of hoping if I just fill the ceiling and I fill the floors, it'll just work out. Okay, so we've got a whole chamber full of water now. How much of it is water source block? That right there, obviously not. We can correct that. Well, that didn't do it. Maybe over here? No. Maybe right here? No. Maybe up here? No. It's like that on both sides. Like, both corners here are having some kind of an issue. Yeah, it's not working. But there's no, like, You know, normally when it's not a flowing block of water, it pulls you down gravitationally. But I also can't right-click and collect the water anywhere inside of here. So I think that, yeah, what we have done here effectively, if I do this up here, right? And then we do that. So all of these now, they're source blocks that we can pull from and put back. I think this is going to cause performance issues in the future, is what's going to happen. I can't just do, like, fix... //fix. No, we don't have world mod. So just do fix water. What are my options? Balm! Okay, that's fine. Let's move this thing in here. Oh no, my inventory's full. Oh no! Hold on, there we go. In a desperate temporary bid, just gonna throw some sand inside of there. So if we don't completely disassemble this thing, it will still keep operating to some extent. So, nope, I laid out the room such that this thing is going to sit right in the middle and just barely not touch any of the sides. Apparently it's still operating, even though there's like so much of the frame missing. That's odd. Now, what I didn't consider is that it's possible, maybe unlikely, that some of these blocks are going to help contribute to the situation we're having, right? Like, they're going to help us by creating areas where water can physically bounce against, and therefore maybe flow properly? I don't know. We gotta be quick about this next move, though, because we gotta take this whole thing up there with us and then get it reactivated. Where'd it go? Come back here, you. Before we run out of breath, we need to get it reactivated. So that goes there, and then that goes there. When we break this, it ought to come back online. Yeah, and there we go. We need more sea lanterns. Or some form of underwater lighting, because once we get rid of this last one, it's going to get kind of dark down here. Now, we have night vision, so it's fine for us. But what about the axolotls? How do they see in the dark? I'm not Googling that. I don't actually care. I'm kind of curious. If someone else wants to Google it, let me know. There we go. Uh-oh, that's not correct. And then we just connect all of the sides. And I do see an issue with this touching right there, but I've got a really quick and easy fix for that. And also, we're missing a piece. So, there it is. There we go. Fully moved, and then we can just break these pieces around this thing. Nice, and then we head out, seal in the entrance, and there we go. We have our breathing apparatus set up in that little room there, continuing to produce conduit power, and there's so much room in here now, so much more room for activities with the axolotls. Our beautiful little bunch of axolotls, aren't they great? Now, we will continue to etch out the inside of the island and provide them with even more places where they can swim and explore. So, for instance, just going to dig this out here, and this will give them a little cranny or nook if they're so inclined. They can pop back in here and explore if they want. Boy, can you imagine what it looks like without the night vision? Goodness. Just got to get some water flowing in here now. Axolotl cranny. Or nook. Whatever you want to call it. Nice. Not too shabby. Got a lot of sand. Got that tucked away. Axolotl corner's looking better every day. I should probably go ahead and collect this out of here so I don't forget it. There we go. And when we come back next time, we'll work on bolstering the food supply. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you all later. Bye!